Hi everyone. Welcome to Lifestyles and Design by Ginger. Oh my gosh, I had 2 sips of that wine when I was doing the Christmas inspirations. I swear, cheapest date ever. Okay, we are gonna get going with the steak right away. So what we have tenderloin that we get and then from the butcher, and then we cut it up into steaks, into bigger pieces, smaller pieces, a bunch of different sizes. Then we are ready to rock. And really, folks, it is the best way to save money. Get the tenderloin. It's expensive at first, but when you start chopping and you get 18 steaks out of a tenderloin, way cheaper. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to bring it up. So here's our tenderloin that Jeff cut up. This has been sitting with flaked salt, and I took peppercorns into our spice grinder and I make it coarse. This has been sitting for an hour and a half with this on. Very important to do. You don't need a lot of tenderizing with the tenderloin, but the flavor that this gives, you don't need anything else, because this is a great cut of steak, of beef, and then all you need is that salt and pepper, okay? And the cast iron is in the oven getting super hot at 500 degrees. It has reached its temp, so then these are gonna go in. So I'm gonna get that. And ouch. It's okay, our dogs are mucking about. And we're gonna have some bit of smoke, but that's okay. So I rubbed it down with a bit of olive oil. Very important that you hear this next step. Okay? And they stay in at 500. So if you can't get out to barbecue, this is how you do your steaks. Perfect. You can hear the sound. I don't want these, so I'm just going to discard. And then this will go in. We're going to put this little tiny one in there. This will go over here. That will go into the wash. And then back in the oven at 500 degrees. Don't fooling around with like trying to figure out temp. We're telling you right now, 15 minutes at the 500. Hey, Jeff?
Yes.
It's perfect. Now, if you don't like to have we gotta let our dogs out. Jeff is moving the camera. If you don't like it medium rare or rare, leave it for the 20, okay? All right, next step. When they come out, we'll be timing about 10 minutes or so. So how am I even gonna take a sip of these cocktails?
Just go for it.
I'm already, I can't talk. Unbelievable.
People love you when you're a little tipsy.
It's not okay. My friend Heather the other day, we FaceTimed her because our other friend was in getting her haircut with me. And I'm coloring her hair and we thought we'd surprise her. And she's like, well, did you bring a paralyzer for her? Because her best work is when she's on a paralyzer. And it's not okay. But anyways, back to the butter.
You better explain what kind of paralyzer you're talking about.
Oh, I love chocolate paralyzers. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Back to the herb butter. So in here is butter with thyme and rosemary, all chopped up, and it's been sitting. Now, make a whole bunch of this. Get it in a Ziploc, roll it up, and put it in the freezer so you can just cut these beautiful slices. So when the steak comes out, we're gonna put a dollop of each. I swear to God, I'm just gonna stay drinking. Forget it. Put a bit of butter on each steak, back in the broiler, then bring it out. The sizzle will just be amazing. But you have to put it onto broil once you get it out of the oven and you put this on. Make sure you put it onto broil, even if it browns a little bit. And it's not long, we promise you. Okay, so now I am going to show you all to make simple syrup for our drinks. So simple syrup, too easy. No matter if you're making big quantity, small quantity, it's 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar. So there's 1 cup of water here. This is 1 cup of sugar going in. Then for this particular drink, this is Ginger's favorite drink, especially in the winter time. We have some rosemary going in. Now, you can do whatever you want. You can make this so many different ways, simple syrup. Citrusy, you name it. And then we're going to have some thyme. Oops. Actually, I'm going to chop this a little bit. And then scoop it off. That did not work. Oh my gosh. This is one reason why we don't like this board, hey Jeff?
Yes.
Just the one reason. And then just...
But it's pretty.
It's pretty. It's fabulous. So what you want to do is pull back on and just plop it all in. And then just pick off. You can put the whole thing in. It doesn't matter for this drink because it's the syrup that's going into your actual cocktail. Okay, give that a stir. Then you are going to be putting in some ginger. Don't worry about the skins. Put the ginger right in. Like so. Whoops. And what we're going to show you is how this changes. So right now it's pretty liquidy. And then this is how it turns out. Can you all see that? All beautiful syrup for your cocktail. So you let this come to a boil. You're going to want it to get all kind of foamy and gooey. That is perfect. Jeff, can you just show how it's getting to its boiling here? So once it does its high boil, turn it down just slightly so it doesn't go crazy. So it's going to start to get foamy, and this is exactly what you want.
So the bigger bubbles right now, and
yeah,
it'll get smaller as it gets thicker.
Okay, I'm just going to move this butter. While that is going, I am going to show you another cocktail. All right. This is Fireball. Fireball, Fireball. I don't know, I can't do this on its own. A lot of the family can. This was our last Christmas by Zoom, cheering each other, hey, with Fireball. And then this, Jeffrey, you love this stuff.
Rum chata, it's so good.
Rum chata in his coffee this morning. Sunday coffee. Okay, so it's equal parts, or if you happen to like this more than this, you can do whatever you want. So we're gonna go equal parts. Where is it's starting to wear off. Plus, I forgot to put my readers on. So I am going with, I guess we gotta do a little more, don't we, Jeff?
Yeah.
I'm getting the nod. Little more. Okay, so this is kind of like, you can call this a martini, you can call it just a beautiful cocktail. It is just so good. Now, this reminds me, remember the cinnamon hearts? Oh my gosh, so good. Jeff and I are getting very
nostalgic.
Our main Christmas tree this year is lights and tinsel. That is it. We just bought the real tree yesterday, and there'll be a picture of it. But then, I don't know, just everything. What does that mean when we're just wanting to go? There was no COVID. We just want, right? Everything from way back. We watched this one YouTube channel where they were showing from 1950 to 1969. They had pictures of, it was just photographs of everybody's family, their Christmas tree, their Christmas decorations, and the dogs are barking, and yeah, we saw the tinsel trees and we're like, Aw, the tinsel trees. That's all we're doing this year with that one. Our one in the dining room will have, of course, the red and white roses, which you'll see later on. And then you'll get to see the tinsel tree. Okay. So, for 3 hours, the dogs have not wanted to go out. And the minute we started taping, boom. That's okay. Jeff, can you just come in and you can just show them what's happening to the simple syrup here? It is getting fabulous. So just give it a slight stir and let it come back, just because you want to make sure that it is not crystallizing on the bottom. So this is what you want to see. Okay, so now that I've stirred this, I'm going to take a taste too. It's like Christmas in a bowl. It is. Please, you guys, you need to try this because it is, I always say fabulous, and maybe I say it too much, but it
dangerous.
It's dangerous, it's trouble, it's fabulous. Please try it. Okay, if you want to serve this at Christmas time, you could do sugared rims, and you can have all the glasses already set up on the bar cart with cinnamon and rock sugar is the best way, just to give it that added touch. Save the, I don't even know if there's cinnamon candies out at Christmas anywhere. Besides, because they seem to come out more, of course, for the Love Day, Valentine's Day, right? And you can't save those all year. But, candy canes, you could put, candy canes with this. So make a little bit of a saucer with just a little bit of this in it, or the Fireball, and then rim it, and then put it in candy cane, put it in some kind of mints. I don't even want to go on the vlog.
I'm drooling.
You guys, this is so good. Definitely trouble. Okay. Come a little closer, Jeff, so that they can see how this is turned into more of a syrup.
Look at the color.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's amazing.
Okay, so then you're going to shut that off, because once this cools down, it gets thicker. Just once again, just like when you're doing jamming and anything else, once those sugars, everything starts to go more to the jelly side and syrupy side, and that's what you want. Okay, so now I am going to talk to you about this other drink, which, how old are you now, Jeff?
Yeah.
Age doesn't bug us. It's a freaking number. Don't ever let age define you. Ever.
I'm young at heart.
Okay, so I've been making this for almost probably 10 years, Jeff.
Yes.
I just love it. It's a beautiful warming drink. You can use vodka if you'd like, but I do suggest to use the gin. It just adds to everything with this. Okay, so we have ginger beer, and I wasn't sure actually if this one, but I thought, it might not be a twist off. So, okay, we got gin, and we got our simple syrup, and like I said, you can, if you don't want to use the rosemary or thyme, maybe you want thyme and some orange zest or whatever. Feel free to do your palette. This is ours, and I just love it. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the big, of course. And the one thing I should have done is I'm gonna do 2. Is it all right to do 2, Evan?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 ounces. Okay. Then add your ginger beer. Now always remember to tilt your glass, just so if you just start pouring, it's just gonna get all fuzzy and overflow. And this is when I bartended. This is all I did all night. On the side, some ginger beer. Okay, I'm gonna put this down before I knock it. And then I'm going to get, I forgot the little strainer. So all I'm gonna do is this. And it's okay if you get some spices in there because we love it. Give it a stir. And voila. And here goes now this one. Yeah, like I'm gonna be able to bring out the steaks. You gotta watch the fuzz. Love it. Give it a stir and then serve. It's a beautiful drink. It's very warming. It's another trouble. Very much so, because I actually can drink these. You know, those drinks that are kind of that, oh, you know, doesn't taste like there's booze in this. And so you drink it back like Kool-Aid, and then boom, smacks you in the face. Okay, while we're still waiting for the steaks, I'm gonna make sure our oven has a tendency to shut down. I wanna talk to you a little bit about your salts and your peppers. So there's coarse salt, there's this salt, there's that salt, Himalayan salt, la 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 la. If you can, now, we have found this at most grocery stores have this. This is the flake salt. It is just lovely. I love it for all types of things. For sprinkling on after, as you can see, it's a little bit more flaky. I am going to bring it out for you so that you can see and put it in my hand. As you can see, it's got more of a flake to it instead of the coarse salt that you see. It's got that more of a rounded. Whether you're doing, you need just after you bring your vegetables from roasting, or baked potatoes, or garlic toast, or seasoning, this is the best for us. This is our salt. We love it. You've got your other salts that need to, you know, for pickling or for this or that. We actually use this as table salt just to sprinkle on. And it also has a smoked. And I'm going to let Jeffrey tell you about the smoked one.
The smoked one is wonderful when you're doing a dry rub because it's already got that smoke flavor. Then when you're adding your pepper in, all you need, that's all you need, just the smoked salt and the pepper, and you've got a wonderful rub. You let that sit on for, 10 to 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour. Let it just get into it, and then you can, Ginger's taking another drink.
Why did you think I wanted to get you to talk about the smoke? Because this is now, I just want to sit here.
And then throw it on the barbecue, and you've got a wonderful flavor. Awesome taste.
It's so good, you guys. Okay. So the smoked one comes in a box like this too, but it's
different color.
It's a different color. Okay, peppercorns. I really hope you guys all are either got mills or you are grinding your own fresh.
Mortar or pestle, whatever.
Yeah, mortar and pestle.
Or have your own spice grinder.
We have a coffee grinder. We have two, one for the beans and one for our spices. It is just, this is all that this was done on. This is all, some get done. I pulse 3 times what goes into pepper, what stays as a peppercorn stays, and that actually goes on your steak. The other ones actually, that you buy off the shelf and they're in the packages and it's all ground. The difference in flavor here, it's totally different, and we're just really suggesting that you grind your own. This is always handy for us all the time. It's always right here along with our hot peppers, and then it's handy, and then you're just fabulous, right? It's just kaboom, you got it, it's done. I am gonna check the steaks. And I know I told you not to peek, but I have to peek with this oven. I think the oven's ready to go. Hey, Jeff?
Yeah.
We're cooking. We had a family dinner here. We had beautiful chickens on there. We had them 2 different ways. We're ready to go. And none of us even thought that, we're not really We had no idea that the oven was off. So I have to make sure sometimes, and then the temp isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Anyways, future, new oven. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. I am just, you know what? I am just going to do this. I'm gonna make some room here, and I'm sorry. We'll just make all the room. And we're gonna bring up our herb butter. It's gonna go in here. I'm gonna shut it off, and I'm now gonna turn it to broil. We like ours quite rare to medium rare, especially as all you boys, hey?
Oh yeah.
The boys. All right. A dollop goes on. Oops, of each. Now, your steak should be sizzling when you are plating it. Right, Jeffrey?
That's right.
We will sometimes warm our plates to make sure everything stays hot from your first bite to your last bite. Now, this doesn't got the grill marks. Our barbecue has infrared, doesn't it, Jeff?
Yes.
And it takes things hardly anything to cook.
You can get that temp up to 700 degrees.
Yeah, so this goes very quickly. So what we're going to do now is put this in. All right. Well, that cooks. I wore my apron today because I was forgetting to wear my apron. Okay, so a couple other things while that does that I wanted to talk to you about. When you are tasting your food, we always have this container filled with spoons. When you're in the kitchens of your, restaurants and when we cater and stuff, we can't be just like keep on dipping with our fingers. So this is constantly, we're always out of spoons. We're always cleaning the spoons. But you have to take a new spoon every single time, so we keep it quite handy here for when we're cooking or doing sauces or mixing or whatever, just nice and handy. Next, these was from all three this year, the one that just didn't stop giving, hey? Even after the storm that we had here that blew here, that we have an insurance claim that is crazy. But these, how many did we count just the very first time? It was 300 and something. And then I'm done counting. Twice and just a little bit after the storm, we got that. So keep these handy, also easy. You break them open, you sprinkle it in however much you want, leave them in, and whether it's soup, sauces, marinades, anything, perfect. You don't have to spend a whole time chopping, just throw it all in. I have hot honey water with lemon every day, and this is what I put in. I break it in and I put it in. And I let that all steep, and it's the perfect, beautiful, warming hot drink, which is so good for you. Okay, I am going to check because one thing does do well is our broiler. Ta-da! Are you ready, Jeffrey?
We're ready.
Let's get our steak on. Saute mushrooms with this. Look at that. Perfect.
Delicious.
Perfect. Well, I hope you've taken these few inspirations from today, especially this. Please, you gotta try it. And perfect way to do this, you can even do this with chicken breasts, hey Jeffrey, to blacken. Vegetables, use this method for vegetables, anything. Robust flavor, delicious, fabulous. Make sure you all subscribe, comment, go to Facebook and to Instagram, and love you all to pieces, and thanks for supporting Miss Ginger here. Everyone have a beautiful rest of your day. And let's get our Christmas on. Let's get good food on. And we'll see you next time here on Lifestyles and Design. See, I can't. I'm just going to see. I told you, I'm just going to drink. We'll see you next time on Lifestyles and Design by Ginger.